Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Not too bad on this end. In the last video, I was talking about random soaps. I want to call them random ass soaps. I think it's funny. But anyway, because as a soap maker over the years, I have picked up, you know, how you pick up these random fragrance oils, right? And like, you know, because like Aztec has 10 for 10, you know, buy 10 1 ounce for $10, you know. And so you want to try all the different things and make it work, right? And then I got into doing sets, and sets are fun, you know, fall's coming up and, you know, all these things. But I have some of these, you know, like you have an ounce of this left or an ounce of that left. And so I was thinking about this, like, I don't know if I can get my grandkids to do this. To help me with this. I'm not sure how that would work. You know, they're kind of dangerous as it is, and you know. And maybe I'll just let them pick out the scents and pick out the colors or do something fun like that. My wood mold would be perfect, and then I could put one scent on one side and one scent on the other, and then you have the divider, right? And then so when I cut them, I would get 6 bars out of each, unless I did 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch. I even have some that are 1/2 inch, like tester samples, but you know, 1/2 an inch, and then they're 2, you know, yeah, see, it's still a thought process, but I could cut them a little smaller and sell them as like sets of 3 or sets of 4. But anyway, today we are doing another natural soap. Talk about that all in the video. So 3 things: be kind, be forgiving, be you. And let's go check out this Dead Sea clay soap. Okay, into the soap. So this soap I actually made when I was first making soap. I really have no rhyme or reason. I think I just liked the Dead Sea mud that we had, and I thought, oh, it would make a great soap. The problem is this one is not as pretty as that one was. But that's okay, right? So to start, my fragrance oil is essential oils. It's orange, cedarwood, and patchouli. A blend of those 3. And I'm hoping they stick really, really well, because otherwise I'm going to be really, really sad. So these are going to get split into 3 different portions. The first portion is going to be red Moroccan clay. And then the second portion is European clay, which is just a gray clay. And then the Dead Sea mud portion. And, you know, we talked about clays, you know, good for detoxification, good for skin benefits. They got all sorts of different things. They each have their own properties. And this is just basically, I was just doing exactly what I did originally. Here's where I screwed up really. I should have actually took the time to mix up that Dead Sea mud better than it was. It was kind of chunky. It, you know, probably needed a little more water. All these things, and yeah, me and my impatience. I put 1 teaspoon of the European clay, 1 teaspoon of the Moroccan clay, and the rest was a tablespoon of the Dead Sea mud. If I can find a picture of that first original soap, or even a piece of that soap, you'd be surprised what I have. I will show you at the end, because it was such a pretty soap, and I did a funnel pour, and it amazed even myself. And yeah, I have Chunky Monkey and you know, Liquid Volcano going on. I should have probably mixed that up a little bit more, but I didn't. I wanted definition, but oh yeah, that looks like something that not even gonna say it. Just keep thinking clay. It's a beautiful clay soap. with a beautiful scent. That's all you have to keep remembering here to get you through. Oh, sorry. Yes, and I took the hanger to it because I was like, oh, this is going to be such a mess. It started out great. It was executed. The start of it was fine, and then boom, there it goes. What do you say? There's nothing to say. So I did just put those two colors on top and let it set up a while. And I did sculpt the top. I did not show you. You'll see it. And this did get C-popped and gelled. And then to the cut, as you can see, that's the sculpted top. It was a nice hard bar, shiny. You know, you're going to have that with all that clay in there and that beautiful Dead Sea mud. The top's really not as very attractive as, it could be. But I was going for just getting it done. Really, just getting it done. But, so, when you shop, let's take you shoppers. When you shop for soap, do you like specific bars, or do you like packs? Like the random ass soaps. Like if there would be a sample pack of 4 or a sample pack of 8, would you be more interested in that or just one solid soap bar? I mean, me as a person, I would pick the sample pack just because I like all the things. And even when people ask me, like, what's my favorite scent? Like, I had a vendor show, and I can't even tell you how many different types of soap I had there. I would probably have to go back and look at the picture I took on Facebook and count them all. But my daughter was like, you brought how much soap? And because she always sets them up. And she smells them all. And there are very few fragrance oils that I don't like. Yeah, so I'd probably pick the multiple one. But you know what? In the end, these turned out cute. They got this cute speckled look. They got a little bit of a swirl. Here are the bars right after I cut them. And here are the bars when they're totally cured. Actually, very kind of pretty. Just goes to show you can't judge a soap by its cut. And here's the original bar of this recipe. Very, very different. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. God bless.